Hey there, thank you so much for tuning in to Fun Ahead TV. Today in this video I'm going to be talking about 3 things I love and 3 things I don't like so much about my 996 911. So with that, stay tuned. Today is my 2001 Porsche 996 911 Carrera 4. I've had it for a few months now. I've put several thousand miles on the thing and gotten to know it pretty well. And I must say I have completely fallen head over heels in love with this thing. Turn-in abilities. Just the moment you enter a corner, and granted you have to enter it correctly because you're driving a 911 after all. When you enter the corner, there is no bullshit with that steering.
In fact, sometimes I'm in complete disbelief of this car's turn-in abilities.
Come on. Oh, come on.
Yup, it's that good.
The second item on my list of things that I absolutely love has to do with the engine. It is such a rev-happy engine. This engine is so rev-happy. I could cruise along at 4,000 RPMs if I wanted to. I could do that all day. And this engine just gives you that feeling like it's so happy to be there. Like here, I'm doing 45 miles an hour, second gear, 5,000 RPMs, chilling. Not like I would just chill at this RPM all day, but it doesn't feel strained at all. It's just hanging out, having a good time. And then, it begs you to get into it. This car now has 94,000 miles on it, and it has the original IMS bearing in it. Some people call me crazy. I do plan to change the bearing out eventually, but I'm not worried. I'm not worried. That being said, bring on the hate in the comments section. Let me hear it. Let me hear it, haters. The third thing I want to mention that I absolutely love about this car, besides the obvious things, it's a 911 and it drives very well. It's sporty and fun and fast. All those things go without being said. One thing that stands out most to me is just its everyday usability. Drive this car, which is what I intend to do with it. As I mentioned, this is the Carrera 4. I got it so that I can drive it even through the winter. Again, call me crazy in the comments section, but that's what I plan to do. I plan to drive this car every single day because that's how it's meant to be driven, and that's how it can be driven above all else. A lot of people try to daily drive sports cars, and it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. But for a Porsche 911, you can do it, and it's not setting you back at all to do so. It's just as comfortable of a driver as many other cars out there on the road. And you can go blast down the sweet curvy mountain roads on the weekends. They're kind of things that all have to do with the everyday usability of the car. First of all, it's a little bit cramped. As you can see, maybe my head's a little close to the ceiling, but just in general, the cabin of this car, of the 996, is a little bit smaller than that of even my 987 Cayman. My Cayman is like noticeably more roomy feeling. That's not to say I'm uncomfortable in this car, it's just a little smaller. You know, of course I'm willing to drive this car every single day. It's just one of those things that I just wish it could be a little bit bigger.
Another strike against the usability of the 996 is the cup holders. They're terrible. I am unable to get my Yeti coffee mug into the cup holders So I've had to resort to using these reusable Starbucks style coffee cups. However, whenever you hit the gas pedal, this happens. So let's talk luggage space. Unfortunately, the Carrera 4 doesn't have much thanks to the front differential. So you can see here I can fit a standard sized duffel bag, turn it sideways, and I've got a good amount of luggage space left over. However, thanks to that differential, I've got this shelf right here taking up a lot of space. It can also pretty unwillingly fit a full-size carry-on suitcase. Note the word unwillingly. Therefore, the luggage capacity, or lack thereof, is a major downside of this car. However, as you probably know, the 911 is blessed with the tiniest back seats in the entire world, both of which can fold flat and make for some additional luggage space. In fact, I've found that this luggage space can be more useful sometimes than the frunk. So in the end, all of my complaints are very small, both in the way that I'm talking about some dimensional inadequacies of this car, but also in the way that they're quite insignificant. This car is still an amazing car regardless of those small downsides. In fact, I would highly recommend buying one. Don't worry about that pesky IMS bearing issue. If it scares you, change it out, but still, buy one and drive the crap out of it. Thank you so much for tuning in to Fun Ahead TV.